my experience, what people think is okay, it's for us, it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's not okay.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, you know, back and forth.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of back and forth with, no, this is not how I want it.
It's not acceptable.
No, this is not okay. This is not how I want it. And of course, most time you'll hear folks back home, oh, this is how it's done here. Oh, boss lady, this is how we can do it here. This is how we can do it here. And I'm like, no, that is just,
yeah, we're about to change how we do it here.
Change how we do it, you know.
Yes.
I have my vision.
Yeah.
I know how I know the experience that I want my guests to have. Yeah. You know, once they are here. Yeah. So it has to represent me. Yeah. You know. So yeah. So it's a lot of breaking, redoing, breaking. Well, you know. And you know, through all the chaos, my first time in Liberia, I mean, there was just something about being home. I felt at home. And while I was there, I was regretting. I'm like, why did it take me so long to come home? Yeah. Like, why did it take me so long to come home? I mean, at some point, honestly, I mean, I just went in my room and I wept. I'm like, I can't. I was just exhausted. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do this. Wow. Yeah. So I mean, at that point, I'm like, okay, so what have I really gotten myself into? Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Piso and I'm really glad that you're here. Today, guys, I am so excited because I'm here with a very special person. You guys, I've been teasing you a little bit about, you know, something coming up that I wanted to share with you guys that I was really excited about. This is it, okay? And so I'm here with my dear good friend, longtime friend, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you, and then we're gonna find out more about her.
Okay. Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Saturia, and I'm here in Minnesota, Champlain, Minnesota, and yeah, I'm excited to share my story.
Okay. All right, guys, for context, Saturia is a Liberian. I consider her to be a trailblazer Liberian who's doing amazing things in Liberia as she's here in the diaspora, as she's here in the States. So she's one of those people that I really admire, that I wanted to sit down and talk to. And you guys can see she's a young, beautiful Liberian. So, you know, it's just amazing to me that so much of what's going on in Liberia, the positive things that are going on in Liberia, are being done by young diaspora Liberian that are contributing to the country. And so we're gonna, you know, just get her take on everything that she's been doing and the place that she has. So I want to get some information about it, you know. So, and then also just her take on Liberia as a whole, doing business, you know, doing work in Liberia, her experience, and how does she want to give some advice to people who are, you know, maybe possibly thinking about doing business there, or maybe already doing it, how they can help each other out, because it's a work in progress, as we know.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
It is. So, first of all, Saturia, I call her Kelly. Her other name is Kelly. So when you hear me call her Kelly, you know, Kelly is her other name. So, Kelly, I just want to ask you, you know, how did you come about, you know, thinking about or even deciding to build in Liberia?
Yeah, sure. So Saturia's Oasis this is how it came about. So back in 2006, my mother purchased the land, and the purpose of her purchasing the land was to build her dream house. Yeah. And you know how it is. She purchased this land, entrusted family. That's always disappointing, but she entrusted family to help her build this dream house. Make a long story short, it didn't happen as planned. Right. It didn't happen as planned. She started the foundation, and it should have been a 4-bedroom house. Right. So she started the foundation, and maybe brought the foundation up a little bit, not quite to roof level. Right. And then she had a stroke. Yeah, so she had this stroke, and I went to Liberia to visit and decided to go and see the property. The location I thought was fairly decent. And you know, just as what location is it in? Yeah, so she's located like in the Duport, Zubah town, not too far from rehab. You know, I'm still learning my orientation. In Liberia. That's it. It's the Paynesville, Zubah town area. Rehab area. Okay. Yeah. So that's where, you know, she purchased the land, and you know, just my first take when I was in Liberia, I noticed there's like a lot of, I call them unfulfilled dreams. Yes. You know, you see a lot of these homes that are just abandoned and huge. It's just garbage. You know, people use that to dump, and you know, you wonder like, where are these people? You know. So then when I came back to the States, I decided that okay, I don't have any plans right now to go live in Liberia. But meanwhile, I didn't want my mom's effort and her dreams to go in vain. So, and she worked really hard, you know, to even start the project, start her project. So yeah, so when I came back, I just, you know, I decided that I would take over the project, make it a guest house. I thought that was most appropriate since I didn't plan on relocating, not right now, however. So yeah, so I decided I'll do a guest house, and so I started the project. I was introduced to the builder by my cousin AB. Okay. And his name is Kwame. He's a Ghanaian. So yeah, so we just worked overseas. Okay. You know, via WhatsApp, and I would send him a little bit of my visions, and then he would try to implement it on his end. Right. So yeah, so basically that's how that's where the thought came from. As far as starting this business, I just figured out, you know, I didn't want my mom's dream of all these many years, although she was planning to do this dream home of hers. And I didn't just want her dreams to just die. Exactly. You know, so I took over, but it was a lot of challenge. It was challenging because the place, I mean, it was a dump. It was like a central dump. That's what people do. You know, people start their project, and like you said, unfinished dreams. There's a lot of them in Liberia. People start their project, whatever the reason is, they're not able to complete it. It's like midway, and people just see that as an opportunity to use that site as a dump, as a toilet house, everything. You know, and it's disgusting. You know, it was. It was a complete mess. So I'm glad that you were able to take it over and finish her dream, you know, or extend her dream, I should say. You know, that was really nice. It's nice to hear the backstory behind the project. That's really nice. I wanted to ask you now, so when you went back and you saw everything, how long did the project take from like you came back, you said, nah, I want to decide to do this and finish it or extend the project to the completion of it? Right, so I started the end of 2018. I started 2018 at the end. Okay. And then it was completed towards the end of 2024. Okay. Yeah, 2024. Okay. I completed it. Yeah. So it took a while. Yeah, but that's a huge endeavor. So it took a while. I mean, especially, the work I put up there, it was from scratch. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's no loans, there's no this. I mean, from scratch. Wow. Hard earned money. Yeah. Hard earned money. Yeah. It was from scratch. So, you know, I just took my time and, you know, and did what I could. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a labor of love.
Yeah. You know, and it's still a work in progress. You know, progress. There's still things. You know, that I'm still working on. But at least as of now. Yeah. Is on the market.
Yeah, and it's up and running.
And it's up and running. Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And it's beautiful. Just from what I've seen, I haven't even been there yet, guys. So just from what I've seen of what she's shared, you know, with us on social media, you know, and stuff, it is just beautiful, beautiful. And I'm excited, beyond excited to go see it in person and share it with you guys. And so, but it's just phenomenal. It's a phenomenal project. I mean, you can tell that there were a lot of attention paid to details, little details, I mean, I don't even want to spoil it. Say, y'all check with them.
Yeah, because you know, throughout the process, you know, for us here and the folks back home, they don't see things through our lenses. Yeah, and sometimes, well, most of the times, from my experience, what people think is okay, it's for us, it's not. Yeah, you know, it's not okay. Yeah. So there was a lot of, you know, back and forth. Oh yeah. There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of back and forth with, no, this is not how I want it.
It's not acceptable.
No, this is not okay. This is not how I want it. And of course, most time you will hear folks back home, oh, this is how it's done here. Oh, boss lady, this is how we can do it here. This is how we can do it here. And I'm like, no, that is just,
we're about to change how we do it here.
Change how we do it, you know. Yes. I have my vision. I know how I know the experience that I want my guests to have. You know, once they are here. Yeah. So it has to represent me. Yeah. You know. So So it's a lot of breaking, redoing, breaking. Well, you know how it is.
You know, I mean, spending for nothing money, as you say, over and over again. But you know, sometimes that's got to be done to really get what you want. You know, and I think a lot of people now are seeing, or a lot of the people, builders in the industry, they're doing a lot of business, a lot of work with people from the diaspora. They're seeing what we expect, and that we're not going to settle for anything less. Exactly. Okay? And so you're seeing the kind of built now back home that are, to standard, or to what we feel like, to our standard, or to what we feel like it should be. Yeah. You know, and none of that, oh, this is how we do it here, or that, how did, you know, you won't be like that, you got to do, no. And I had to go through that a lot when I was building my house. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm sorry, this is not what I want, so I'm gonna have to do it. You can't do it, I find somebody else to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
because you have to really be on top of it, especially trying to work from this side, on that side. It's, you know, I mean, it's challenging, but it can be done.
Right, it can be done. Yeah, you show that it can be done.
It's challenging, but it can be done.
Yeah,
you know, it takes a lot of work. A lot of hard work.
Were there any time in the project where you say, you know what, I scratch it, I don't want to do this anymore? You know, I don't. Yeah, you know what, forget it. These people that be giving me a hard time, I don't want to do it anymore. Were there any point where you said like you wanted to give up?
I had those moments.
Okay.
So I decided to go back home to experience Saturia's Oasis for myself. You know, use myself and Amanda. She was having her project, so I decided to host her and her guests, and they all knew that we were just testing the premises just to make sure everything was running as it should. You know, before now put it on the market. And I'm so glad I did that, because within that month of being there, I kid you not, I spent so much money on plumbing, on the plumbing system. I don't know what it is, but I mean, every room piece of has some type of a leakage. So I don't know if it's because they have maybe some substandard materials in Liberia, or maybe my builder, even though I kept on letting him know, like, this is a commercial home, this is gonna be commercial, so I need commercial grade appliances.
Exactly.
You know, and I mean, those are things that I can't see.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the downfalls. I cannot see what is being purchased.
Yeah.
I will hope that what I'm paying for is what I'm getting. But I don't think that was the case because every room there was leakage. There was some type of leakage. So basically, I felt like I had to redo the entire plumbing system over. And I mean, at some point, honestly, I mean, I just went in my room and I wept. I'm like, I can't. I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, at that point, I'm like, okay, so what have I really gotten myself into?
Yeah.
You know, because there was no ending. You know, there's 7 rooms, and basically I had to like redo everything over. You know, they had the hot water and the cold water all mixed.
Oh,
you know, mixed match. It was a lot, but yeah. So at that point, I felt like you know, but I got past that.
Yeah. Do you think maybe if you plan to do another project in the future, maybe getting a project manager might help, like just not somebody who's a builder, but somebody to just a second eye.
Yes.
You know, to make sure that the builders are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
To report to you that they're only there on your behalf.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I guess with this first project, you know, it was a learning experience.
Of course.
Again, you know, that was my first time. Mind you, I came to America at the age of 7.
Yeah.
And I mean, it took from the time I came up until 2018, ending of 2018, before going to Liberia. So it was just, you know, I was just learning as I went along. But definitely, the next project, I think it is helpful to have a trusted project manager on the ground who is your lens. Just making sure that things are being done the way you want it to be done.
Exactly.
So no, definitely. Next project. Which there will be a next project.
Okay.
There will be a next project. So yeah, there definitely will be.
Okay.
And you know, through all the chaos, my first time in Liberia, I mean, there was just something about being home. I felt at home, and while I was there, I was regretting. I'm like, why did it take me so long to come home? Like, why did it take me so long to come home? But I mean, since then, I'm back home sometime twice a year.
See,
I'm back home sometime twice a year, and I mean, I just. You know, you just develop this love for our country, and we cannot give up.
You can't give up.
And I do plan to do 6 months there, 6 months here, 6 months there, 6 months here. Definitely, I mean that is my goal.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm happy you said that because everybody that I have talked to in the past few weeks that I've sat down and chatted with, they've had the same. They're saying the same thing. Whenever they're home, whether they have been gone for 20 years, 30 years, or 2 years, fine. But whenever they set foot on that, it's a feeling they can't describe.
I can't describe it, but it's just
sense of home,
sense of belonging.
Belonging, yes.
You know, there's this inner peace.
Yes.
I mean that you get. I mean, I love Liberia.
I'm telling you,
I definitely, So there will be more projects. By the grace of God. There will be more projects.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I don't want to, you know, talk too much more, but we're gonna get into the project more when I go there, because when we see it, then we'll be able to, you know, see what we're talking about. We're glad to have a backstory about how it started, and you know, some of her challenges and all of those things too. But I want to ask you too now, you as a diasporan Liberian, what do you think is like your most or your primary concern in living in Liberia or doing business in Liberia or you know, building in Liberia? Not so much the building part. What is your primary concern? What concerns you have for people who are maybe might want to move to Liberia, relocate, retire, whatever? What are your primary concerns?
I think, you know, from being in Liberia, the two primary concerns, the road, the road condition, and the healthcare, you know, because it's always in the back of your mind, like, you know, we're human beings. If something happens, you know, what if? You know, yes, you have the opportunity to fly back, but there's some instances where you're not stable to get on a plane. You know, so those are the two primary concerns, to be quite honest, that I often think about. It's the healthcare system. Although I haven't encountered any issue with myself personally, but I know that there is. I know that is.
Those are valid concerns.
Valid concerns.
Valid concerns.
And you know, the condition of the roads. You know, those are my two main concern, I would say. You know, you deal with the LEC and with the current situation. You know, 1 minute there's LEC, you know, then you have a generator. It gets to be expensive.
It gets to be very expensive.
You know, I mean, imagine when I was there, I was there in December, and that was considered, that's dry season.
That's dry season,
So when I said I spend so much, I mean, those are some of the things. Because in order to keep the facility 24 hours with current, you spend a lot on running the generator. And I have a 50 kVA generator.
Wow.
You know, so
it can run a whole company, neighborhood.
My place, you know. But you
but
know,
it's fueling that.
It's a lot.
Beast.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So
and even the LEC too gets to be expensive too. So I don't know if you're just doing the generator or you were.
So now I'm doing both.
Both, okay.
I'm doing both. But I just realized that when I was there, because I heard this was dry season. Of course, LEC was not as.
They say LEC is stable more reading season.
Because even now I'm not buying current as often as I was back when it was dry.
Exactly.
So definitely I see the difference. But we have LEC and the generator. So in order to keep the facility 24 hours, definitely I have to have both. And mind you, I have a washer and dryer unit, you know, on site, washer and dryer, and you know, to run those things. It's a lot of fuel. It's a lot. Wow. So I mean, being in Liberia is not cheap. It's not.
Tell people it's very expensive.
It's very expensive. It's very expensive. You know, so we're using US.
It's all US. Everything is packed and done in US.
And of course, you already know. You know, some of us, they're charged because of our accent.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
As soon as you start to, I don't care, you put your best Liberian English there, they'll be like, oh my, what time you came?
They already know.
They already know.
You know, they already know that they already have a plan. But that's our people. You have to
that's just how it is. Do you
plan
on maybe doing solar in the future, or maybe in future for a future project? Because I hear a lot about people switching to solar.
No, definitely. Definitely. Even for this guest house, Saturia, I do plan on venturing into solar system. In the future. Because I heard a lot of good things. I hear it says it's expensive on the start beginning. And the far end, but then once you get it, it saves you a lot of money. So we're planning on probably doing that too. No, definitely that is in the back of my mind, to do solar, and I think that'll be helpful. I
think that'll help too. And it's good to have a generator backup. Good to have LEC. When you have all three, I think you're set. You're in good standing.
That's true.
Okay. Another question that I have is as far as you know, being in the States, and kind of going to Liberia, or kind of just doing things in Liberia. You encounter challenges there, and we've talked about that. What do you think, what is your take on the divide? Because I know that there is a divide. Have you encountered there's a divide among Liberian diasporans and Liberians that live on the ground. So what do you think or what do you think that we can do to kind of bridge the gap between, you know, where, you know, how we relate to each other as far as diaspora, people coming from the States going to Liberia, you know, how they're, you know, treated, or how their people react to them, and how we relate to people back home. You know, how do you think we can kind of bridge some of those gaps that are there? Because there is.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, interestingly, as you know, when you talk about gaps, I think there's gaps everywhere.
True.
You know, there's gaps everywhere. And so as for me, like you know, my own personal experience. Yeah. Okay. I grew up here, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going back and forth to Liberia.
Yeah.
When I do mingle, or folks that I do meet in Liberia, those are people that I've been introduced to.
Yeah.
My cousin is there. You're there. We do tend to gather with
the familiar.
The familiar.
Yeah.
You know,
not intentional.
It's not intentional.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like you move somewhere, you're a stranger. I mean, unless maybe I'm there frequently, where let's say maybe once I relocate, I will have a better sense of now establishing my own community. Yeah. But right now, when I go to Liberia, my community is people that I'm familiar with. Yeah. And it's just so happened that they're all from the States, the diaspora, they're all, honestly, they're all from the States. Yeah. And that's other than maybe family. Yeah. That we left back home. Yeah. And they do make. I mean, I have some instances where I felt a little. You know, uncomfortable. Yeah. And maybe it's not intentional. Yeah. But, you know, you'll meet, so let's say I go visit a family member. Yeah. And they have their friends. Yeah. You know, that they'll introduce me to. Okay, now there's my opportunity to mingle, you know, with folks that are in Liberia. You know, you get to stare, you know, like up and down, you know, and again, you know, those non-verbal cues can mean different things. Yeah. It's just how we interpret it. Yeah. So maybe the staring up and down, maybe it's not negative from that person. Maybe that person's just admiring me. Maybe, maybe there's a lot going through their mind. I don't know. Yeah. But of course, I will interpret that staring of me up and down. Now I'm feeling a little, just a little uncomfortable. Yeah. Like I'm not welcome. Yeah. You know, so, but I think that, I don't know, to be quite honest, how we can fix that. Yeah. But I think everywhere there is a division. Of course. I think everywhere. I mean, we get that from here in the States. We do get that from Liberia. Yeah. You know. But I know one thing though, to be quite honest, so just from growing up here, one thing I don't appreciate folks that have. I don't like how they talk down. You know, that really gets to me. Yeah. I don't appreciate how people from here, you know, when they're communicating with folks that are in Liberia. Yeah. You know, it's always, most of the time it's like talking down. They're talking down. They're talking down. And, you know, from, you know, I'm humbled. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm humbled. I'm a nurse. Yeah. And I mean, I'm just this compassionate person. Right. Compassionate person, respectful, regardless of where you can be, regardless of where you're from, regardless of your background. You know what I mean? It's like
economic status.
You meet your patients. At the end of the day, you respect them, regardless of their status. Yeah. You know, so that's one thing that honestly I have a little hard time with. You know, and I have a little hard time with that. So I don't know what the mindset of people that that have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what that mindset is. You know, I pray honestly never to find myself in that situation where, you know, I'm talking down instead of with respect. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, respect is the key. Yeah. You know,
mutual respect.
Just mutual respect. Yeah. You know, regardless, just mutual respect.
We all bring something to the table.
The key. We all bring something to the table. Yeah. So I think that is the first thing is respect.
Okay, that's really good.
Respect, regardless of, you know, your, like you said, your economic status or what have you. Yeah. Respect is ultimate. Yeah.
And I think too, honesty is important too on both sides. People go to Liberia with this air of they have so much money and they get, you know, they say they're going to go have a good time, but they got this air that they're this and that, and that they're big ballers, right? Yeah. Nah, you know you're not. And then so the people in Liberia got this impression that other person, okay, you know, let me see. So when you go out and then here's the complaint that I've heard from a lot of people, diaspora and Liberian, oh, the reason why we want to just maybe hang with people from the diaspora is because people in Liberia expect us to pay for everything when we go out. Like we'll take, it's like they just rely on you for everything, you know. And I get that, I understand that, and I've been, you know, I've experienced that as well. But there's two sides to it. Yes, we want to be honest with people in Liberia. Say, hey, I came here to do my little project. I don't get no money, I got extra money. I don't get the money to spend like that. I'm not big but if you put in the impression that you are, you're gonna be treated that, you know. Yes. But I can understand why you want to go to Liberia and enjoy yourself, turn up and stuff, right? You want to go to T Calabash, you want to take your friends with you, your family, but maybe you might not have it for everybody to treat everybody like the way they think you do. And people will just go with you and they expect. They expect, not knowing your finances or anything, they expect you. So maybe people in Liberia too kind of like don't assume that people have so much money when they come to Liberia to visit when they're there, that they're just reeking with the money. So there's like that honesty on both parts, I think, will help. Yeah.
And I think there's like two groups of people that go back home. You know, you have folks that go back home that are there to focus on their project. Yeah. You know, I mean, like when I was there, I was straight up with folks. You know, it's like, you know what, I'm not here for jolly. Yeah. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to do my project. I'm not here to spend and be so unresponsible.
Just lavishing money everywhere.
I'm not about that. But yeah, you know, they do have two groups. They have groups that are there, they're, you know, focusing on businesses, and then they have some people who work here just to go back home and
turn up, have a good time.
Turn up, have a good time, and just, you know, pretend, you know, that they can, you know, they can do everything. But I do think not everyone, you know, because there's a lot of people in Liberia that I met that treated me. Yes, exactly. I mean, to be quite honest. Yes, you know what I'm saying? There are people, you know, back home that are well established and not looking for anything, you know, from us. And then definitely there's that group. You know, and I think sometimes as family members, you know,
a lot of the time it is.
A lot of the time as family members, they think that you're obligated to do for them. And they don't understand if you tell them, you know, I'm here to focus on what I'm doing. Yeah. You know, I'm here to focus, and they don't care. Yeah. And most of the time, I think, again, it's family members. Yeah. That are expecting
very much so
you to just spend, and if you tell them that you don't have it, they don't believe you.
They don't believe you.
Yeah.
I mean, they just think that you do. Yeah. They'll think. I mean, they'll act like they're hearing you but then in the next breath they'll ask you.
They'll ask you again. Oh yeah, they'll ask you again. You know, when you tell them, oh my goodness, you know, it's like you know, I spent so much money and I'm depleted. And as soon as you're done, they're ready to let you know that so and they don't have school fees for this other person, that this other person needs to do this, this other person to do this, and I'm thinking like, did you not hear what I said? I don't have it. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I think it's our family. Yes. Yeah.
So that's it. One last question that I have for you that I pose to everybody that I sit down with. What are your hopes and dreams for Mama Liberia? What do you see Liberia in the future? Like, what do you like? What do you aspire for Liberia to be? Yeah.
You know, so like when I see pictures of what Liberia used to be in like the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, you see this beautiful country. People are civilized. The streets clean. I really, that's my desire.
Yeah.
You know, for Liberia. Not the Liberia that we see, the filth. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's embarrassing. That is just embarrassing.
It is. It is.
And it puzzles me because when you look at those videos or pictures of what Liberia used to be in the 70s and the 80s, there was roads. Yeah. There was roads. The place was clean. People were civilized. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now, the Liberia we see, especially in the cities.
In the cities, yeah.
Especially in the cities. I mean, people are just used to just drinking and just dumping those plastic bags all over the place. I mean, the place is just filthy. Yeah. The roads condition is just, it's not okay. Yeah. So I really hope that someday Mama Liberia can, as far as the environment, I really pray that the environment can be like that. I mean, you go to Ghana and, the place for the most part, you see. Yeah. You go to Ghana, you see how the streets are clean. I'm pretty sure everywhere have parts that won't be as neat, but for the most part, it's clean. It's clean, yeah. It's clean. So yeah,
we got a lot of work to do.
That's my hope for Liberia, that we become this, this place again where we can bring about more, terrorism to go, go to Liberia, to visit and enjoy the place. Right. Because right now we have a lot.
We have a lot to do.
We have a lot to do.
Yeah. I think with everyone being on board, and not just kind of giving up and say, or throwing in the towel. It's almost like each one reach one or teach one or whatever. Yeah. Whatever little bit that you can do, to do your part in making Liberia better. Whether it's by building quality places, to use as Airbnb for people, to draw people to come, to spend money. There's the economy right there. So all of those things help. So, and then also talking about it, calling people out on littering and all of those things that they do, which I do all the time.
I do too.
Yeah. I pick that up. Yeah. And so I feel like we can all do our part. A lot of people are doing their part. Yeah. So if we all continue to just kind of, give our 1 cent, 2 cents into it slowly, maybe not as fast as we want it to be, but things will get better. I've been going back home now for the past 18 years, since 2006. I've been going every year. Nice. Okay, sometimes twice a year, sometimes, and I've seen progress. It's not fast progress, but I've seen progress, and I see Liberia getting better. So I'm hopeful, and it gives me, a lot of encouragement, and excitement for the things that are to come in Liberia. The things that I'm seeing that young people are doing quietly. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Quietly. A lot of people don't show what they're doing. Some other times they're done. So they're doing great things, and I'm trying to hold them out of it. All you guys.
Like when I posted for the first time,
people were like, what?
They didn't have a clue.
You're like, what do you mean? This big, I'm like, what?
Yeah. So
I
was one of those who, you know, just low key,
doing things quietly, doing great things quietly, guys. Wow.
So definitely the next project, you know, will definitely be quietly.
Bam! Wow. Maybe I'm gonna let you do everything quietly. I'm a sneak in there and maybe show it midway and get people ramped up. If it's business wise, you know.
Definitely,
And this guy I talked to recently, he sent me some footage of his project. I'm gonna go see his project when I go back. You know, he said, you know, because I encourage people to share their stuff. He says, thank you, because you know, a lot of us are doing stuff behind the scene. You know, and we're, you know, and it's only because of you sharing your house and how you build your house that encouraged a lot of us to start building Liberia. So it's okay for us to share. I want to encourage other people too. So I want to do that. You know, I want to pay it forward. I want to, you know, so which is nice.
This is true.
You know,
for my project, I mean, a lot of my friends are now hopeful. Are now encouraged. To you know, to go back.
And they're not going into it with blinders on and stuff. They know there's gonna be challenges.
Definitely.
They know that there's gonna be, you know, a lot of hiccups in the road. But we still want to do it. You know, willing to do it with all the challenges you have. You're still willing to do another project.
You
know, see,
I mean, that's our home.
Exactly.
You know, that's our
exactly.
Home. Do it. You know.
So Kelly, do you have any last words for our family here on YouTube? Just kind of.
You know, so I just honestly want to encourage a lot of us here. I know that we do have family members who once upon a time started a project back home, and I call them unfulfilled dreams. If you can't, because then those things are in good areas. You know, those things, because now you cannot find land. You cannot find land right now in the city. But you see a lot of unfulfilled dreams in the cities. Maybe some of those unfulfilled dreams belong to your loved ones. Don't give up. Go back home, check the archive. You know, do what you can do to make those unfulfilled dreams a reality. I will probably need to give you some pictures of what Saturia's Oasis came from.
Yes, please
and when
do.
You see it, what it was then to what it is now, you would not believe it.
Wow.
So I honestly, you know, like I was saying, when I'm there and I'm just driving and I'm seeing all those unfulfilled dreams, you know, those concrete that have turned
molded
and black. Well, they're in prime areas. They probably, you know, they're in prime areas. And I'm thinking like, where are these people? Maybe some of these people have passed on. Maybe they've been in America for so long and it's just there. Family members just don't care. You know, but there's means of getting documents. You know, to make those unfulfilled dreams a reality. So that's one thing I want to encourage folks to. I mean, that's what I did. I mean, imagine had I just allowed my mom's dreams to just die. You know what I mean? But I took that and I turned it around. And now it's like, what was once the dump is now like the paradise.
It is
in the neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
It's now like the paradise in the neighborhood. And people see and they can't believe it. It's like, wow. Is this place that they all dumped on? That's where they used to go to poop, throw their trash. And, you know, and who knows what. And now it's like, you know, there's paradise.
Now people are gonna use your establishment as a way of directing people to come to the neighborhood. You know,
they just,
you know, and you know, Saturia Oasis. Check out there. People else that how they were using to you know,
to describe
exactly where to describe where to come. That's just phenomenal. Kelly, I want to say that I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. You know, I've known Kelly. We've been in Minnesota many years. We grew up in Minnesota. You know, and so I'm just everything that she's done, everything that she's doing. You know, I just want to be one of those people to tell you personally that I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of what you did here in Minnesota before you even went, you know, over there, with everything you've done with education and everything that you've aspired to do. Okay, I want to say keep going, keep pushing forward. We are looking, and not just me with the, you know, people that but the young people are looking as well, and they're looking up to you, and they're seeing what you're doing, and they're like, yeah, you know, she can do it, I can do it too.
I mean, definitely, definitely, So you know, it's interesting that you said that. When I just had a patient over the weekend, and she's like, can you be my coach? Oh, can you just be my coach? You know, the words of encouragement. I mean, I can hang on to that. I need that. You know, because she and I was just kind of talking, you know, back and forth, and I was just giving her a little bit of my own personal story. Right. You know, having aired from such, you know, a young age where everybody basically just give up. Everybody just give up on you, and you just have to, you know, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Yeah. Keep pushing and have that's inner strength, you know, wherever you draw it from. You know that I just opened up a PLC, and it's called Accelerated Mindset Psychiatry. Oh wow! Because it's that accelerated mindset that have gotten me to where I'm at. Yeah. You know, that accelerated mindset. I can believe it. That have gotten me to where because I'm at a certain level, you need that. You do. You need that because I mean, and God first too. Of course, you know, God's always on top. But always, you know, you need that some extra thing to push you. To push you. You know, because that's at that point. That's where a lot of people give up. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So then that's what propels you to move forward and keep going. It's so easy to give up. Yeah. You know, it's so easy to give up. So you just gotta keep pushing. But thank you. We're gonna sit down again. Next time we sit down, we'll probably be in Liberia. Whenever you come, you know, we're gonna meet up again. We're gonna touch base. Definitely. You know, I'm excited to go to Liberia and take you guys to on the premises of Saturia Oasis. And so we're gonna tour it. We're gonna see the beautiful establishment, you know, that she's created there for people. And of course, I'll share all the information about how you can book it and all of those things. I'll have everything. It's on Airbnb as well. Yeah, it's on Airbnb as well. Yep. And so, wow, it's awesome. Thank you. All right, but Kelly, thank you again. You know, and we'll talk soon. Yeah, I can't wait. Thank you. All right. All right.